Hey guys, good morning. I'm on my way to the gym right now. I am going to go and do my fasted cardio. Hopefully you guys can hear me well. I just put mascara in my car and I'm like shy because I smudge all over. I am going to take a Q-tips and cleaning up, but I'm gonna go over there. And today we're gonna film my workout. So hopefully you guys enjoy this vlog style, and I will bring you guys along and walk you guys through my current leg day. I am most likely going to use the boots before, so I'm going to do my cardio. I'm going to use the boots before my training today. I'm going to train around 1 o'clock. So 2 meals in, and yeah, I can't wait to bring you guys along. I should probably update you guys because I've been updating. Oh my god, I can't speak. I should probably update you guys because I have been updating my Instagram subscription a lot and working a lot on like the Q membership, which is like my app platform now. So I used to do challenges, but now I have an app platform which does have all the challenges and stuff. Anyways, anyhow, checked in for my check-in number 3 with Kim on Monday. My weight is still at 153, which is interesting because I went all the way down to 152 and then 0.2 last Thursday, and then I went up to like 153. I do believe I'm holding a lot of inflammation in my leg, hence the reason why I'm going to use the boots today and hit legs. And it's just making sure that all the inflammation is down as much as I can. Also, book my California trip yesterday on our phone call, which is really good. So all of our trips are pretty much booked all the way to the Olympia, so no more yeses or anything like that. We're pretty much locked in with what we have, so I'm very excited with that. First, I'm going to junior nationals in 2 weeks, a week and a half from now, and so until then I get very locked into my routine. Being home is really cool, just for meal timing, being in the same environment and training, at the same time almost every day. It's great. And so after that is just short trips of like a couple days, 2 days, 4 days tops, and I'm super excited for that. So I am doing Pilates twice a week now. So I did 3 last week and I was so tired, so I figured I would do 2 weeks and really focus on my training right now and my cardio as well. So really want to stay locked in with that. I'm not using any additional caffeine, no liposide IR, no nothing like that, but I did switch to carnitine, the raspberry lemonade with the caffeine in it. So it's 100 milligram caffeine. It's like perfect for like your kickstart for cardio, and an espresso in the morning, and then that's it. So I hope all of that updates you guys. I'm doing another check-in on Thursdays every week, so that allows us to get a feel for the week and then a feel for the weekend, and that's how we're gonna make it happen. And I'm always gonna do it at the same place. I did order like that black backdrop, so I'm gonna try and do a check-in with that black backdrop instead of having the mirrors. The mirrors sometimes like does advantage me a lot, shape wise, but that's that for the update, guys. I hope this fills you in on a bunch of stuff. If you do have questions from my last videos, please let me know. Other than that, I will just keep on the video with training focus today with some legs. So I do have a leg day during the week that is more like quads, not necessarily hamstrings, and then I have an upper glute, and then I do upper glute with hamstrings, or I do hamstrings separately, which that's what I did on Sunday. I did like a touch-up of hamstrings. I did 5 sets of hamstring leg curls, seated leg curl. I did 3 sets of RDLs, and then I did 3 sets of lying leg curl with the Kaiser leg press, which is not like a heavy leg press at all. It's just like that, going through that motion. It's like an air loaded leg press, and it helps with like my hip movement and all this stuff. And I try to do my pre-prep, which is like stuff that we did in Pilates that helps a lot with like my feet, my ankle, making sure that everything tracks properly and that our kinetic chain is optimized. So my training are optimized, and I'm having no inflammation and no pain at all. But yeah, that's that. Alrighty guys, just finished my cardio, so now I'm going to go and do my stretches before having breakfast. For my stretches, I worked on them with my Pilates instructor on like what exactly we're trying to work. So I'll try to have her sometime on the channel so she can kind of talk about it. I don't want to get into it because I wouldn't know what I'm talking about, and I don't want to steer you on the wrong place. So. So this is actually quinoa porridge that it's called. So I'm switching it up from oatmeal. This is day 3 with it, and it's pretty delicious. So I have 160 grams of quinoa cooked. What I did is I measured 1 cup was 180 grams dry, and with the water and cooked, I measured the whole thing. It was 900 grams, so it's about 500 times the weight, and it has the same amount of carbs, but it has more protein and same amount of fibers than the oatmeal, and it's been super easy on my digestion. Just I don't feel as tired, I would say. So let me know if you guys want the recipe. I have 100 grams of berries and some peanut butter. I just ordered a lunchbox too, so my nuts, meal 1, meal 2, meal 3, meal 4. Meal 3. And enzymes. Just got this screen thing, which I'm stoked about, so we're gonna unbox it together. So it would probably be, I don't feel like the stand is made for that at all. But it would be on this side. For check-ins. Alrighty guys, we're gonna get ready to start our workout. So I have gonna take a couple bites of this meal beforehand. It's just chicken with white rice, a teaspoon of oil, and some green beans with salt, and oh my god, it's so good. And I'm going to do a full scoop of EVP Extreme. I just went over the training with Aldo right now. He was asking, what we were gonna do today, and I said the same thing as last week. Leg press, hack squats, sort of squat, step-ups, abduction, and then probably, I'm not sure if we're gonna do a kickback or depends how I feel. Like one more exercise that is like more targeted towards glutes or legs. Oh, and also a leg extension for 2 sets. So I think that's probably it. It's only a leg press, a hack squat, a leg extension, a step up, and an abduction. And then that's it. Yes, correct. And then I'll see if I'll do calves. I already did calves on Sunday, but I might do calves at the end of this. But try to bring you guys along and put the mics on and see how much content we can do, but I gotta train, and that's what he says. He says, try not to be living into this and be present to my workout. So I totally agree with him. Alright guys, we're getting into the workout right now. I have decided to jump on the white side backs, that's how I call it, into our gym, but there's the other 45 degrees right behind me. This one I feel like it targets more my hamstring, and it's just different. So once in a while, when I feel like it, I just change the apparatus. So here we're doing our warm-up set, going over the cues, the intentions, and having Aldo overlooking. He's right behind me, so he's overlooking my form, where I'm pressing, and stuff like that. Doing about 3 warm-up sets, feeder set, however you want to call it, just going slowly. And then I'm saying that we are starting our first working set, and then I did 3 whole working set with 2 plates, 25 on each side plus 245 on each side. The first working set is obviously a little bit more sporadic before I can really get into my reps. So here we're still finalizing some adjustment, making sure that I'm really locked into place. Where am I, guys? In the part of my journey, I'm already 10 years deep, and I have very specific things that I need to target, but even more so things that I need to not target. So anything that can be compensatory and like make me grow places that I don't want to grow, but really being careful with that. So hence the reason why it's taking so long to adjust, and it's extremely personalized. This is why personal training is different than just regular training. And so counting our reps and our sets and adding weight is not the progressive overload that we're going for at the moment. It really is with intention and making every single set as effective as we can and getting the most out of the least. Basically, that is what bodybuilding is about. So whenever you get on social media and TikTok and get the cues and stuff like that, don't get caught up into where people are at in their journey, because it's the thing that you see at this specific moment, like you see online, right? You will get a voiceover from Aldo's perspective, so I'm very excited for that, because I've only kept some of my working sets here, but everything that he's cueing right now, he will do a voiceover, and I feel like it's just more appropriate. So you guys don't get confused. I'm not wanting to confuse anyone. It's more so about being helpful and getting just a little bit of insight of how my training is going right now, leading to the Olympia, which would be my 8th Olympia, and where the goal is to retain our title. So being extremely specific right now with our leg workout. And again, it's starting from a base of doing leg press 3 sets of 15, and that's where we're going with our 3 sets of 15. Okay, my workouts are longer than normal, but they're not active workout. I would say I am active about 1 hour total during my workout, and then the rest is obviously adjustments, introductions, and stuff like that. Now jumping on to our second exercise, the hack squat. Before loading it the way that I've loaded, we did the same thing that we did with the leg press, just setting off the intention, seeing how my pelvis was going, my bracing was going, from toe all the way to the head. It's very important in those apparatus, targeting what we want to target, and again, getting away from engaging any compensatory muscle that is happening. I have a longer leg than the other one. That are things that people can see. I have a pelvis that is unstable on one side more than the other side. I have a side that is more rotated than the other one. There's a lot of things happening that people don't see. So getting me into a machine and setting me up, like, it's a lot different. Yes, of course, I can just jump into a machine and do exercises, which that's what I do off season. But when it comes to in season and we have a specific goal, I'm very happy to have a trainer that kind of see and knows what he's doing to set me up into it. So this is the set that we're doing before, or it was after getting the band. No, I think it was before getting the band. So we're kind of getting a feel out of it. And I do consider this as a working set though. So we ended up doing 4 sets total of, I would say, between 12 reps max. I would, with 3 sets in the tank, I would say about that. I wasn't spot on here by Aldo. I was only spot with the reverse bend. The green bands in the back act as a resistance. So when I'm coming down, I don't have all of the load on my back. We're obviously trying to get away from having any load on my back. That's why we're focusing on right now. Aldo is pushing against my tibia, which helps my pelvis getting stable and being stable all the way through the range of motion. Now jumping into our third exercise, the leg extension. We're technically doing 2 working sets on this machine. Now I'm starting with my first working set, what I thought was good, until I tell Aldo, hey, I really want to focus on this upper part of my quad. So not only do I have the seat bench that is away from me, like inclined, he's going to go ahead and add a pad behind my back, which is going to help me with intention of pushing my pelvis back. And then we're going to do some little tweaks because of the way that my ankle tracks on the right side is different than my ankle on the left side. So to be able to be symmetrical when I do my reps and my set, it's going to be some more adjustment. But I would say this one is a working set slash warm up, but nothing burns more than leg extension. Total sets here, I would say 2 working sets and 4 sets total. And 2 of those working sets were with a little bit of intensifiers, which means hold at the top and just small little pulses at the top with Aldo's help to really stay concentrated at the top. So now that you see in the back, I have a pad and it's helping me setting my intentions. So all I'm doing right now is squeezing my hamstring onto the pad and pushing my pelvis back into the lower back pad. Doing a couple reps here and it starts burning, obviously. I think I'm doing about 20 reps here. Keeping myself into the intention and not starting to use momentum or anything like that. I'm really squeezing that small little part, making it burn. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly drop it. Resisting the resistance. Yep. And that's it for working set number 1. We did one more set after that was a little bit different, but still very similar with the adjustments. Now we're going to focus with having my thighs in a little bit. Again, just because of the way that my kinetic change tracks all the way through. Weight is a little bit lighter, I think, than we have the other one. Really pushing myself back into the pad and then down into the pad with my hamstrings, kind of forgetting that I have legs and just letting my feet being in plantar flexion, being pointed out that way. Just I feel it way more onto my upper quad, way less at the bottom. So for bikini legs, I would say that you want to aim for a triangular leg. So you want to have some mass at the top of the quads, around the hips, and then you want it to taper at the knee. If you have small joints, it's always going to help you with projection and project bigger. So that's why you often see bikini girls that are in person are really, really tiny, really, really small. But then you understand why. It's because they have small joints. So the insertion of the muscle looks way bigger. For me, I'm really straight up and down. My hips are straight up and down onto my knees. So I also have sucker legs. So I do have some pretty square rectangular quads, and I've been very, very mindful, very, very careful with the years of how I execute movements. I used to be a leg extension junkie. I would start and end my workouts this way. I would do them all the time. And now I just keep some light reps, light sets into my workouts just to obviously keep the tone into this part of my legs. Now going into the step ups, guys, I found another of my absolute favorite exercise. The one from the upper glute, the kickback that we did last week, is on my Instagram. It's also one of my favorite, but this one just blew me out of the water completely. I normally do a step up, either like balancing myself on the machine or something like that, but Aldo got a brilliant idea of using the resistance of the opposite cable and keeping my dumbbell on that same working leg. And guys, it was unbelievable. And then the little cue of just keeping my heel up helped tremendously of not feeling my joint into a step up. And as you can see, I'm going down into my leg in order to get more range of motion, but the range of motion that I do have muscle tension into it. So there's no point of doing a step up that is so up high that you lose tension into the muscle and you start working your joints. If you want to do that, I recommend doing more of a step down, which is being very slow on the eccentric on the way down, and then you can have more of a higher stepper and use TRX or use different ways of pulling yourself up, so there's no concentric of the exercise, but more sort of eccentric. But here I'm really wanting the concentric even more than the eccentric, but I'm still really focusing on the eccentric. So I do have both on this, and I believe I did 2 working sets of this exercise and I was toasted, guys, completely toasted. And on top of that, I did it in superset with 4 sets of the gluteator. So what I do is I started supersetting it with my 2 sets of step ups, and then I just did 2 more straight sets on the gluteator machine, which is an abduction machine that works a little bit more differently. This one, you've seen it on my page every time that I posted. People are blown away by this apparatus. It's by Body Master, but it was initially by Dynavac, I believe. Don't quote me on that. That's also going to be a Aldo thing, but obviously obsessed with this machine. It's a mix of abduction and hip extension. So I am just really focusing on using the outside of my leg to push away the pads, keeping my chin held high, breathing calmly into every single rep, and really feeling the whole range of motion instead of the range of the machine. So I don't really care of how far the machine goes. It's more so how much muscle tension I can keep on the muscle while going as far as the machine can go. If you have the ability to go all the way onto the machine, fantastic. If you feel like you lose your tension at any part of the range, just don't go there. Stay into the range of the machine that you actually feel the tension. And if you want to do another machine that you feel it's better in that range of motion, just please go ahead and do so. That's why we have, I think, 7 or 6 different abduction machine here. And then I just wanted to feel more of my inner lining of my glutes and upper. That's why chin held high helped me tremendously to feel my upper glute. And here I'm doing some partial range of motion. Again, very concentric up to failure. So I only did that on one of my sets. I believe that was my last. Okay, so it's 10:12. It has been a long day, but successful day. I'm definitely going to be sore. I feel it in my glutes already. It's been such a great workout. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed this type of workout. The next one will be a Q&A. So I'm excited to have you all back on here. And make sure you comment down below anything you want to see next. I love you guys so much. And 18 weeks out from the Olympia, a little bit under. So 17 and a half. So we'll see you guys next week. All right. Bye.